First of all, I want to say that I'm only going to be talking about the events of the first chapter or so don't worry about any spoilers unless of course you already planned to read this manga. Oshi is a deep dive into the world of stardom, and it can get pretty morbid. Brought to you by the manga artist of Kaguya-sama and Scum's Wish, both great series in my opinion. They kind of share the same universe, at least when it comes to fictional works in the series. The first words written are, "The story is a work of fiction." Well, yeah, it's a manga, right? No, not even close. This is part of the opening narration, and it continues, or rather, this world for the most part is fiction. I want you to read the next few panels because it pulled me in when I read them. This girl here is the show's star and poster girl, Ai. She's an incredibly popular idol, but hasn't caught her big break yet. We then cut to the main character of the show, an unnamed superfan. Oh, he's a doctor hijacking a patient's TV? Okay. Anyway, fans are shocked and distressed after finding out that the idol Ai is going on a break due to poor health. The doctor's assistant, or co-worker, starts rubbing into him, but he cuts her short, stating that he has his own reasons. Doctors often get relocated, but this is the same hospital our main character did his residency, which is training. Back then, he met someone who changed his life, a 12-year-old patient called Serena. It is from her that he learns of Ai. She was Serena's bias, which is a person's favorite idol in a group. However, the doctor's focus is on Serena's health. Sadly, shortly after turning down her marriage proposal, Serena passes away due to terminal illness. The doctor always tried to stay optimistic with her, and she was one of his first ever patients, so her death stuck with him. This manga is not all dark, however, it does have its comedic moments. The doctor goes back into the hospital to meet his next patient, an orphaned, pregnant, 16-year-old girl with her guardian. That was a mouthful. Anyway, her story sounds similar to Ai's, and lo and behold, it is indeed Ai in the flesh. The doctor is calm and collected, but that's only a facade. He's a superfan, meaning his idol after all. These few panels show how professional the doctor is. Even though he's ecstatic, he doesn't let it cloud his judgment and prioritizes the pregnancy. As he's re-entering the room, he overhears a conversation regarding the circumstances of this event, namely the father. This next interaction sums up her character pretty well. I mean, imagine if someone answered that question like that in real life. But I digress. They scan her room and it turns out she's having twins. Her face here turns into genuine happiness and elation, which tells us that she's never felt this way before. Her manager/guardian asks if she's sure about keeping the babies, but the doctor leaves so we don't hear what she says. Now, after I read this panel, I was wondering why he's telling himself he'll continue to support Ai even though she's got a man she likes. But you have to remember that these idols, at least in Japanese culture, are perfect creatures, and all they do is perform, and for lack of a better word, fans stand and simp over them. The doctor, however, doesn't care about that, instead wants Ai to soar higher and higher, possibly seeing Serena through her. Ai finds her way up to the roof, and after some idle conversation, the doctor questions her resolve, to which she responds by, "We'll become a very lively family." She goes on to say that it'll be kept private, and she'll continue being an idol. Here, we see a deeper dive into Ai's mentality and personality. Again, I'll let you read it on your own. They end up spending around 20 weeks together as doctor and patient, and then comes a due date. Now, I don't know why he wasn't the doctor to, guide her through her birth, but he ends up leaving her and going home. He laments the fact that once she leaves, their relationship will dissolve, but he still genuinely cares about her. But then, disaster struck. A man in a hood came up to him and asked if he was Ai's doctor. He didn't deny it, but him asking these questions here confirmed it. The man runs into the forest and, foolishly, the doctor chases after him. His fate was sealed. The hooded man came up from behind, and the doctor's mind went blank. Not realizing what's happening, his mind focused on one goal, the promise he made to Ai to safely deliver her children. Sadly, it was too late. He had been murdered. His dying mind thinks of two people and one idea, being born as the child of a celebrity. He's never thought about it until now. He never thought it would happen to him. This is an amazing read, and I highly recommend it. There's no two ways about it. The story is engaging, characters are interesting. If this first chapter was even a little bit interesting, I implore you to pick it up. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this type of content. I'll be doing more videos on this topic, mainly recommending certain stuff to read or even watch. Not to mention the reviews of certain chapters or episodes that I read and watch, respectively. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and peace.